Hi, my name is Haris Mumtaz and I'm thrilled to be presenting our emerging results paper accomplished in collaboration with Carlos Paradis, Fabio Palomba, Damian Tamburri, Rick Kazman, and Kelly Blincoe. The paper is about the usage of a GitHub feature that is issue assignments to issue commenters and its relationship with social aspects of software projects. GitHub is a very popular software hosting platform. It provides various features with the aim to assist millions of developers in creating the successful projects. One of the features is assign issue to issue commenters. This feature allows the existing project team to assign issues to someone who is not a part of the existing contributors team but has commented on an issue. Therefore, the objective of this feature is to add new contributors to the project so that they can assist the existing project team. And as the new contributors are added to the project, they can change the social structure of the teams. Therefore, in our study, we explore the relationship between the GitHub feature, assign issues to issue commenters, and social structure of software teams. Our investigation revolves around two research questions. Research question 1 analyzes the adoption of the feature after its first use by the project's team. This explains whether software teams of the project find the feature useful or not. Research question 2 investigates the relationship of the feature usage with the social aspects of the project. This explains whether feature changes the dynamics of software teams or not. And if it does change the dynamics of the teams, whether the change is for good or for worse. To address these research questions, we collected social smells that reflect suboptimal patterns in the software teams from 13 Apache open source projects. The data is collected 1 year before and after the feature adoption so that we can perform the comparative analysis. The smells we adopt in this study are the commonly occurring community smells in open source projects. Organizational silo and missing link smells consider the disagreements between collaborations and the respective communications between the contributors. In organizational silo, isolated sub-communities cause lack of communications. Missing link smell considers the co-committing contributors who do not communicate with their peers. Radio silence, on the other hand, considers only the communication side of the projects and checks the instances where communications happen through one or two team members. This is the list of the projects analyzed in our study. It can be seen that we selected projects having good commit activity and number of contributors so that the social aspects of the projects could be analyzed. We considered 3 commonly used communication channels: Apache mailing list, Jira, and GitHub. The data collection was accomplished in 2 stages. First, for feature usage data, we collected project issues using GitHub Issue Events API. This gave the issue events included assigned events and the people who were assigned the issues. Next, we collected project commits using GitHub List Commits API. This returned all the commits and associated committers. Now that we had people to whom issues were assigned and the people who commented to the project, we filtered the issue assignees who are non-committers. These are the contributors who got attached to the project through the GitHub feature. Finally, we validated the list of non-committers by looking at the committers information provided on the official web pages of the projects. We also confirmed the list from the Apache committers directory. For social smells collection, first we select the branches that overlap with the period of analysis. That is 1 year before the feature and 1 year after feature adoption. Next, we collect communication data from the 3 communication channels: mailing list, Jira, and GitHub using Kaelu. Finally, we compute social smell using the Git log and communication data using Kaelu. To analyze whether feature was adopted or not, we use ratio of the issue assignments done using feature to the total issue assignments. And if the assignment ratio increases in the post-feature period, it means that the projects find the features useful. For analyzing features' relationship with socio-technical aspects, we employed two methods. We conducted t-tests using pre- and post-feature social smells to see if there is a significant difference or not. We also performed temporal analysis of the social smells for pre- and post-feature periods. And if social smells decline during the post-feature period, it suggests that the social structure has improved. For feature usage, we found that feature adoption varied across the analyzed projects. For instance, FindRect, Geode, Redis only use the feature in the first quarter of the post-feature year, whereas other projects like Camel Quarkus, HBase, Sharding Sphere, etc. use the feature consistently. And we use the projects that use the feature frequently to analyze the feature's relationship with social smells. The results of our t-tests show that there is a significant difference in the social smells of the pre- and post-feature. This means that social structure has changed significantly. Temporal analysis explains that the social structure changed for good because smells declined in the post-feature period. We identified various patterns in which smells behaved across the analyzed projects. In immediate decline pattern, smells declined right after the feature adoption. In dilatory decline pattern, the smells declined but not immediately. Like in this case, it dropped down after the first quarter of the post-feature period. Both of these patterns were seen in organizational silo and missing links. We also found patterns where smells were decreasing before feature adoption and continued to decline in the post-feature period. This happened because of the short release cadence in the Apache Embody project. Finally, in the arbitrary pattern, the smells change arbitrarily. Both these patterns were observed in radio silent smell. The results of our study leads to various implications. Though our short-term analysis shows that the social structure of software teams has improved, long-term feature adoption analysis is required to reveal whether and the extent to which feature will be useful in the long term. Because we observed that the projects that use the feature more frequently benefit from the feature better. In addition, feature can be adopted in different ways. For instance, in the manual analysis, we saw project contributors eliciting volunteers and assigning the issues to the person who volunteered. In other cases, we observed issue assignments were made after the work has already been completed. In these cases, the feature was possibly used to provide incentive to the contributors. Therefore, future work could investigate the ways feature is adopted by the project's teams and possibly quantify the benefits in different usage scenarios. Finally, a broader study examining other human aspects and not just the social smells in the relation to the feature usage is required. In our study, we analyzed only a small set of Apache open source projects. Therefore, in future work, we plan to examine additional projects and from different organizations. There could be other confounding factors, such as COVID-19, milestone releases, team membership, or other project-specific variables that may explain the impact on the social aspect of the software teams. Future work could apply causal impact analysis to show if the change in social structure is truly due to feature adoption. To conclude, in our study, we investigated the relationship between a GitHub feature and social aspects of software teams. Our study reported that the feature adoption varied across the analyzed projects. However, in the projects that use the feature frequently, we found that the social structure is improved. Our future work aims at studying the long-term impact of the GitHub feature analyzed in this study or any other feature on the dynamics of software teams. That's all. Thank you, and I'm happy to take your questions.